Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a super exciting video. I'm so excited to share this with you all. My brand new LEGO idea submission is up. You can go support it, and it is none other than the Santa Claus. And I'm calling this the 30-year anniversary snow globe, and it just encompasses a ton of different things from the original movie from 1994, the Santa Claus 2, Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause, and I'm so excited for the new show, and with it also being the 30-year anniversary very soon because it released in 94, 2024 is going to be 30 years, I thought what better time to do this as an idea submission. And I just want to say up at the top here, I apologize, I'm going to do the cringy YouTuber thing. If you could leave a like on this video, please, it would help so much. Just share this idea around, as well as it takes 1 second, literally 1 second. LEGO has streamlined the ideas process. You no longer have to say what size set you think it would be, how difficult and complex of a build. It literally is just one click, a single click, and you support it. And I know with Fall Guys, there were so many people who just thought, oh, it's Fall Guys, it's Ashnflash, it'll make it to 10K, don't worry about it. No, really supporting it is what helps most. Also, I just want a bit of incentive here as well. There's actually milestones for each of these, and this idea has come from Bulldozer, who created the Sesame Street set, and he is the best at marketing and promoting ideas projects, and every 1K supporters will reveal a new character. This isn't a part of the actual submission that we'll get to, but if you recognize some fan favorite characters from the franchise, they're there, and I would love to draw and share them with you guys. So every single milestone. I love this film. It is my absolute favorite Christmas movie that I try and watch every single year. Whenever I'm doing something for ideas, I want it to be something that I'm passionate about, something that is really important to me, and that's what this set is. Like, it is a love letter to fans of the movies. I try to think of like what I could do. Could I do like a giant house? But we just had that with Home Alone. Like, what's different about this? And then it hit me. The snow globe is just so iconic from the first film, from Bernard giving it to Charlie, and then the second one, it's what gets Carol to believe in Santa and the North Pole and all that. And then the third one, of course, just the whole escape clause and all that, the snow globe room, and we see the snow globe, I believe, or something like that in some sort of locker here from the show. What better thing to do for a LEGO set than this? And I think that it combines nostalgia, it being one of the most beloved Christmas films of all time, and I also think that it's a real world object people really love for ideas. That's something also LEGO really loves. They could make this such a fantastic set. And anyways, let's jump into things, but I want to start with one thing specifically, and that was creating the GIF of the transforming Santa, and that's one of like the ideas for the figures that you can do. But my friends were telling me to come up with some way to like brand it and make it seem like it was actually the Disney Tim Allen Santa Claus, and it hit me that I could do this GIF, because you're allowed to do that for thumbnails on ideas projects, and that's where the idea and the morphing here and all that came from for the thumbnail, and I'm so happy with how that looks. The quality, unfortunately, on ideas, the submissions, the images and all that are so low. This video has the highest that you're gonna find besides like other social media and things like that. But the snow globe itself, it was a really fun design. I immediately knew that I wanted to have the little flat studs, because that's something LEGO has done in the past for an actual snow globe promo. And then instead of doing like the whole like, I guess, sort of neighborhood and the trees and all that, I just wanted to do one thing, and I focused in on building Charlie's house. Really, it's Dr. Miller's house. This house actually wasn't the first one I built. It was actually this house, Scott Calvin's house, which doesn't appear in an actual snow globe, but it's just so iconic with the "Hey you" shouting up at Santa and making him fall off the roof. So I was trying to think, could I have Santa fall off the roof? But then it would be too complicated with like, how do you reload Santa up on the roof? Would you have to, you'd have to empty out the snow globe every single time to do that. So I thought, what if he just comes up and down the chimney? That's what Santa does. And then I thought, what if I did the ladder, like just appearing and rising up from the ground? And I was like, okay, so I'm gonna have two little buttons there on the bottom, so one to lift up Santa, and then the other one to lift up the ladder. Then I was looking as I'm building the windows, it hit me that this could be like the Winter Village sets that LEGO does, and of course other companies. if there's a light brick inside, it could light up all the windows for the house and make it feel alive. And as well as just some of the details here with like the snowman, the front door and all that's printed. But then if you go through the window, you could see I have a little flame piece coming out of the wall, and I like to think that it's actually him catching the turkey on fire when he's making dinner for Charlie, but it could also be like a fireplace. But anyways, again, then the next build that I did was the North Pole, because Carol, again, believes in Santa because she sees that in the snow globe, and I think this is the most iconic building. I took design elements from the Santa Claus 2 and 3, and then also the new show, and like I love the colors that they've chosen for the new show, so that's where some of like the orb pieces and colors and stuff like that are from, as well as the stained glass windows were so fun to build. Also, on the back, there's this beautiful little, like, it's meant to be a dome, but I can't do that because of the size restrictions. But if you press the light brick, it'll all light up. It'll be really great. You've got a little, like, chimney stack there with some smoke coming out. And I like to think that maybe that's them, of course, working the factory, or someone's baking some delicious cookies for Santa. And then on the outside, one of the other functions is that the big toy soldiers from the evil Santa is like stomping about and just walking around. So that's the functions there. And then back here to the Miller's house, what we've got there is up on the roof, depending on which one you lift, you'll make the reindeer rise or the sleigh rise. And however you like alternate back and forth, it'll like lift up and down. And then also the light shines through all the windows. Down below, there's actually a little removable stand that you can attach with the initials SC for Scott Calvin or Santa Claus, and it can hold two figures, whether you want to have Charlie or Scott Calvin and Santa. You can decide. But then, so with these figures, we've got Charlie Calvin, and he's using Will Byers' hair there, and he's got a little snow globe. Again, I think this is where the idea came from. The latest minifigure series, there's a little female elf, and she's got a snow globe, so I took that design, brought it here. And then also Scott Calvin, he's using Fred's hair from Scooby-Doo in dark brown, and he's got his iconic pajamas on with SC initials, and then the Santa Claus 1x2 tile there, which I think is, you know, it's iconic. It has to be included. And then you can transform him into Santa. He's using the wrestler's hair. I think this is the first place from Series 15. It just works so well, like the height of it and the shape of it. Regular Santa beard there. And then also you could swap it out and have a Santa hat. I just also love dark red, obviously, because of my minifigure. And the outfit for him from the movies is dark red, and he's got like little red highlights. And I would just love to get this version of a Santa figure. I think it would be great. It does come with like his sack there with a bunch of presents inside as well. Overall, I think that maybe the 3 builds is a little much, but I also wanted to go with like a smaller size design, because I know that's an issue that a lot of people have with ideas right now, is they're just such large sets and they're so expensive now. I think that all those things that I mentioned before, with Home Alone's success, it being nostalgic, it being relevant now, the anniversary, and of course just the love for real world objects, I think it would be so cool to get an actual snow globe. And unfortunately, there are no pieces that are round for the domes. Like, that's the best and only thing we can do for now. But who knows, if they chose to make an actual set, it'd be really cool if it was actually circular, which would be so cool to see. But I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Please, again, support it, share it around. It just takes 1 single second of your time, and it would be so great if we could get this to 10K. And don't worry, Shrek is still happening. I promise. I've got such a unique idea for Shrek that it's just never been done before, so I'm so excited to share that with you guys. But anyways, everyone, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.